I hope you're having a great day. So it's supposed to be 65 degrees today. It's so exciting. It did rain all day yesterday, so everything is really wet. I can't put any plants in the ground. I did bring out 4 more trays to harden off. They're sitting in the front of the house. And then I have trays that can go into the field sitting over there. I'm gonna try to keep them straight. If it gets up to 65 today, I might be able to get those trays into the field. They've been hardening off for a long time, so I think they could go out there. I have not inspected the damage of the rain. The rain came down hard for a long time. I did a shot yesterday in a video, and that wasn't even the hardest that it rained yesterday. So I was a little nervous, but it didn't last long. And if the Snapdragons break off, I mean, they can be pinched anyway. So I guess that's not too big a deal. I just hope everything likes its new spot in the ground. But I think what I'm gonna do today is start some seeds. So I'm going to be doing Bachelor Buttons, and then I'm gonna do the Verbena pink spires because I had horrible germination at home, so I'm just gonna throw some in and see what happens. I'm gonna do the blue sea holly, and then I'm gonna do Bupleurum. So that's my plan. I got my seeds in my pocket. I usually have a tool belt, but this time of year I'll just use my pocket. And hopefully get those done today. But let's go look at the plants after the rain. I'm kind of nervous. I haven't even looked at them yet. I think some of my peonies did like the rain. I have a pretty good row coming up here. Some that are smaller. Oh, I'm excited for those, even though I can't use them at all this year. Let's see. Oh, wow. This stuff is early at coming up. I think that's the lupine. Some of these might be weeds. I probably need to get after them. But let's look. So here's the yarrow I planted yesterday. Got a little beat up. I'm sure as it gets 70 degrees today though, this stuff will stand back up and be happy. It doesn't look broken or dead. All right, the lisianthus. Still got specks of water on its leaves. It seems to be doing okay though. It doesn't seem too beat up. Let's see how it does. Now let's go look at these Snapdragons. They're probably the ones that got beat up the most because they were the tallest. And of course at this stage the netting isn't really a thing. Oh yeah, some of them look like they're very sad this morning. I'm hoping after the sun comes out and it starts to warm up, it just looks droopy and sad. I hope that they stand back up when the sun comes up. I'll leave them alone and let them just be. I have plenty more of these that I've been starting, so I'm not too worried. So the Snapdragons look a little sad, but I have a lot of them that I've been succession starting, so we will see how they do. This black plastic isn't too bad. I'm just gonna go ahead and start sticking some seeds in the holes. I do need to run up and get my tape measure because I only want to do 20 feet of each of these. And then we'll just see. Some of them I have started at home, so I might be able to fill in where things don't come up. But I just want to see how these do if you start them in April in Iowa. So I'm going to throw the seeds in the ground. If they don't come up, maybe I can germinate some at home or fill them in with something else. Okay, in this row, I'm going to do 20 feet of Bachelor Buttons. And it's a frosty mix, so I think it should be a lot of different colors of it. And I'm going to put it about 1/4 inch deep. Inside it says it requires light to germinate, but when you direct seed it, a lot of sites said just go 1/4 inch deep. So I'm just going to push a little divot in with my finger and just plop the seed in and hopefully it can kind of stick to the soil, and we will see if they grow. One thing I forgot to do is bring out scissors, and these are not easy. Oh, that's easier than I thought. So I'm gonna put a tag where I start, and then I'm gonna put a tag where I end that just says end on it. Last year I didn't do that, and it was a mistake because sometimes the seeds took a while to germinate and I never knew exactly where I had stopped. So I learned my lesson, and now I have a little tag that says end as well. Here are the little seeds. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of stick them. They have like a little feathery top on them. I'm just gonna kind of stick them in the ground. Oh my gosh, that was extremely satisfying. Like, it's getting warmer out. The birds are all singing and just sound happy. And there's little seedlings going into the ground. These are cold tolerant seedlings. I'm not starting anything like zinnias or cosmos or anything like that. But I'll flip you around here just to show you what I did. I really just, so I tried to keep these two fingers clean so that I can grab the seeds and pluck them in. And then I just took my middle finger and like made a hole and then shoved the seed on top of it to make good contact. And then I'm not going to even water them in because it's like mud. So it's already wet around it. And then tomorrow it's supposed to rain. So that's how I'm planning on doing these seeds. And we will see how they do. You can follow along to find out if it worked or not. So you can see my fingerprint and 3 seeds stuck in the mud. And then here, there's only like 1 seed stuck in the mud. Maybe I should have done more. And 3 and 2. So, and I don't know why there's grass already growing. That's dumb. Maybe it isn't actually growing. Maybe it was from when we plowed, and we will see. And 2. So that's all I did. I just kind of stuck them in there and pushed them down. So I would just drop them in like this with these 2 fingers, and then I would go like that and just stick them in the mud. We'll see how it goes. And that's really what I'm gonna do with all of the seeds today. So I'm just gonna go start my verbena now. I'm gonna do the exact same thing on all the seeds that I start. So I have verbena pink spires. And I'm going to do it over there. Like I said, I started this inside, but I did not follow the directions very well because at night you're supposed to take it down to 40 degrees. And then during the day, you're supposed to up it to like 80 degrees. And I kept forgetting to take it out of my grow room and like put it in my garage or somewhere that was 40. So it was my own fault. But I'm going to see if the weather will do it or if they'll start out here. They might not. So I'm not that worried about it. I'm going to try it because it didn't germinate in my house. I did a bad job at it. So I'm going to just see if it works out here. If it doesn't, I'm going to have to fill that row with zinnias or something. All right, I'm going to get to it. Okay, these are tiny. Do you see that itty bitty red seed at the tip of my finger? That is them. Some holes have 3. Some only have 1. I had less seeds than I thought. Some have 2, but I just made a fingerprint and stuck them in. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I don't know. I just figured it was worth a shot because I didn't get any germination at home. And then I also have some blue sea holly that was gifted to me from a friend. And I was supposed to sprinkle it around in the fall, but I didn't have any areas that I could put it. So it is still supposed to get to 30s at night and stuff. And I did put it in the refrigerator for about a month to act like it was winter. And so we'll see. We'll see. It might not work. But I am going to go ahead and direct seed it too. I do have some trays inside. We'll see if they germinate. There's a few in there, but the trays aren't full. So I figured, why not? I'll just try direct seeding it. If I don't get any, maybe I can get some more next year and try it again because I really do want it. It's really cool looking. Same thing. Just gonna like put it on top and make a hole, and it's supposed to rain for the next 2 days, so I'm just gonna go with that. Just all willy-nilly out here. I'm not following the rules. I'm breaking the law, breaking the law. Oh, it's a glorious day. It's so nice out here. I feel really blessed to be out here just in nature, sitting in my field, listening to the birds, and planting seeds, and praying that they will take. Okay, that's what those little seeds look like in the ground. Right here. That and that are seeds, and I just pushed them in. Some of them have 4, some of them might have 6. I did do a lot of 2s. Now I'm down to Bupleurum. Bupleurum. And it's going way over there. And it's actually going down. I have euphorbia, and then I have this. So I'll move you over there. Okay, I'm gonna go down about 15 feet, start my Bupleurum, and do it for 15 feet. The top of this is snow on the mountain, euphorbia, and the bottom is amaranth. So it'll be kind of in the middle of those two. Okay, so I have my Bupleurum. Why can I not say this word? I have my Bupleurum in. So excited. I think Bells of Ireland is another one that you can do as soon as the soil can be worked. So it's about lunch. I'm going to go home and I'm going to look it up, see if there's anything else I should be starting right now. And hopefully the soil will dry out a little bit so I can put more yarrow in, but it's not looking good. It's pretty wet. So we'll see. I'll see you after lunch. So this is interesting. Remember how droopy and wilted this was yesterday? And I cut it off at that white part, and now look at it. It's fine. Now they're all fine. So it was really droopy with that long white stem, and now it's not. I am going to give them a little bit of fresh water. But that's about it. They're still hanging in there. I do wonder how long they're going to last when I finally take them out of this fridge. It was 33 degrees when I opened the door. I am taking my Bells of Ireland out today and putting them under grow lights. For now, I'm just going to set them out and let them kind of warm up in the sun. Okay, so I don't think it's going to dry out enough today to put that yarrow in. And I wanted to kind of just make sure that anybody following along knows that I'm testing yarrow to make sure that it can go out this time of year and take temperatures that dip down. Our last frost day is not until around May 10th that week. I start watching to make sure there's no more 30s in like the next 10-day forecast, and then I feel like I'm good around that date. So, you know, I'm still a good 20 days before that. We definitely are going to have colder temperatures. We're going to have rains. We're going to have stuff like that. So a lot of people, like, there's a huge consensus that Snapdragons and Lizanthus can take the cold. The yarrow is something I'm testing because I saw a bunch of yarrow come up. So it overwintered in zone 5. And I was like, well, I wonder if seedlings would root. You know, if like this week, the temperature doesn't, the lowest it gets is 36. So I'll see if it makes it through it or not. And if it got lower, like maybe I would test that too. But I'm not recommending anybody else do this. I'm trying to see what I can get away with in my zone. I have backup yarrow at home. I have a whole bunch of trays and I have a bunch of seed, and it's very quick to germinate from seed. And I can even plant seed in the field after my last frost date. So I have plenty of seed that if those plants don't make it, I'm okay with that. And I just wanted to make sure that I told everybody that. And with the seeds that I'm starting out here, I'm okay if I lose those too. Like, I'm not really concerned. The blue sea holly I would still have plenty of, but I actually haven't been able to get it to start, so I'd probably just wait until fall when I was supposed to start it anyway and start it and just put zinnias or something in for the remainder of the summer, because I have plenty of zinnias and cosmos and different kinds of seeds. It's really all about me seeing like, when can I start? So I have things that are started as seedlings in my basement, and then I'm putting seeds in the ground. So it'll be interesting for me to see which ones I get flowers off of first, which ones are healthier, how do they look, how do they do. So that's kind of what I'm doing. So I don't expect everybody to be doing this. It's something I want to learn in my first years so that I can go forward with it. That said, I'm going to start some Bells of Ireland seed. So I'm just gonna go down and seed this row. I have 2 trays of Bells of Ireland, and I have another tray that I just took out of the refrigerator and I'm gonna put at home under the grow lights, because if these seeds don't take, I still want that plant this summer. But if I put these seeds in and they're doing really well, that would be awesome, and it would be good to know. And I'm also gonna keep succession planting it and see, does that give me a better crop at the end of my season, or is it kind of the same? You know, like what differences do I see? So I'll have enough to succession plant it. I got 1,000 seeds, but I have plenty of seeds. I'm not worried about it. So I'm going to start that, and I think I'm going to go ahead and try to start sweet peas. There is something coming up that could destroy all of these seeds. It's supposed to rain like 1.3 inches tomorrow, and I don't know if it's going to be a light rain all day or just heavy downpours. So there is a chance it could wash my seeds away. But I do like the idea of sticking the seed into the mud so that it's like stuck in there. I feel like I have a better chance doing that than having it be just like light on top and can blow away. I might learn from it. If all my plants do come up, or a lot of them do come up and the seeds stay put, I think that like I would like that method, because I can't do a lot on muddy days. So if I can start seeds that can take it, all the power to you. I do love starting zinnias and cosmos when you just stick them in the dry ground and then you just water them in. Like, that is very easy. The mud is messy and bad, but I'm okay with it because I can't put any more plants in the ground, and it's supposed to rain for 2 days, so I don't want to tear off that chicken house. And the only other thing I could start doing is cleaning up more stuff around here. So I'm gonna just get these seeds started so that I know if they work or not. Okay, I'm doing another weird thing. I know this is weird. And my dad actually said I should get a cattle panel with T-posts. And he's right. I think that would work better. But I didn't have it out here, and I need to go load one up. And I just thought I would try this because I think right now the weather's perfect. So anyway, I'm going to try to put sweet peas at each rung on these and see if they'll grow up them and see how it works. I didn't want a ton of weeds. I think this is going to all have a huge amount of weed pressure. My anemones are right in front of them, so it might help me weed anyway. And I thought it was worth a try. So I'm just going to take some sweet peas. And I have some Marsh from Johnny's Seeds. And I'm just going to put them in the ground. It's supposed to rain a lot in the next few days. I know you should soak them overnight, but I've never done them before and I'm not that worried about it. I just kind of want to see if I get some what they're like and what they do. So I know it's weird. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to direct seed them. It says 6 weeks before the last frost, which would have been 3 weeks ago. So 2 to 3 seeds every 6 inches. Each rung on that is 6 inches, 1/4 to 1/2 inch deep. Okay, we'll see. So something that is always like shocking to most people is how big, like how small the circumference of a circle looks compared to how big it is. So if you had to guess how many feet I had around each of these, what would you guess? 7.5 feet. Since these are 7.5 feet around, that means I have 22.5 feet of sweet peas around them, and then that'd be 45 sweet pea vines possibly. So it'd be quite a few if they come up. It's supposed to rain for the next 2 days, so I could soak them overnight in water. That might have been a better idea. They were old sweet peas too, because I got them last year and never planted them. So we'll just see if they come up, see if I like them. I think that's it. I got my sweet peas in, I got my Bupleurum in, I got bells of Ireland testing, I put my yarrow in for testing, I have my lisianthus and my Snapdragons in. Ooh, we should go see if they stood up today after it got hotter. I got some sea holly seed in, and then I got my Bachelor Buttons in. So hopefully out of all of that, something sprouts up. Some of them are laying over and sad. I have a lot of these, so we will see. Yeah, I do need to probably get some kind of string line up to stake these. I used that Horta Nova netting last year, and oh my gosh. I don't know if I'm too clumsy for it or what, but I about busted my face too many times to count, because I would get tangled up in it and it would snatch up my feet, and there was no saving yourself. Like on a regular string line, I think I'm pretty good at saving myself, but that stuff is brutal. So this year I was thinking of just running some kind of string line on the edges, because they all grow so close together. I thought that might just hold them all up. I haven't really decided yet. I'm going to do some research on that and figure it out. But that is something that I probably need to get on top of. Look at that sky. I think it's going to rain soon. There's a bunch of little daffodils. These are old daffodils. They've been here a long time. They kind of look sad. I think they're going to be really pretty though, if they didn't freeze too much. Look at those ruffles in there. Isn't that pretty? They're really pretty. They're just the kind of normal daffodils. They're really old. So I got a lot of seeds planted today. I'm really happy about that. I need to just analyze where I want my delphinium and where I want my larkspur. I don't want to just jump the gun on that, even though today might be the perfect day to get them in the ground. I am going to go back and analyze my field and see where I need to put it. So I think that's going to be it for this video. I hope everybody's having a great day, and I hope to see you in the next one.